Happy delight it is to have you every day, respected friends. Welcome, salutations, gratitudes, congratulations, submissions, and prayers. Lokasevaka, Dharmastapaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mokshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerita, Prashanta, and Bhasha Gnata, and any of the such Vyaktitvas which make the blossoming of spiritual entity in us. We can add, do our best. And the six sources of help, the Brahma Tattva, the Ishvara Tattva, the Jagan Mata Tattva, the all the Devata Ganas, all the Guru Ganas, and all the Shruti Gana. Any other things also, if you want to add as in helping sources, you can add them. All in all, make use of all of them, help oneself. Shwethashwathara Upanishad is under study. Second, after the great introduction, exhaustive, we have taken up study. Chapter 1, we are being guided regarding the comprehensive understanding about the Karana Brahma for this entire Jagat as Karana in all its details. So, one Lord is one Shakti. Shakti is one but can express in so many ways. In its expression, the Shakti makes appear the Lord alone in the form of the world which we are seeing. So, in the Sloka number 4, that Karana Brahma explained with an example of a wheel, chakra. So, Brahma chakra. Now we will see in the fifth mantra today, same Karana Brahma explained as Nadi, the Brahma Nadi. Brahma chakra, Brahma Nadi. Then in the next mantra, the most important of this entire text, how and why the Jiva gets bound, you and I, and how the Jiva, you and I, can get liberated. Those two crucial topics will be discussed in this next sloka 6th, which we may be studying millionth time, but whether we have deeply understood it or not is more important. So let us do so. Before that, our short sankalpa and prarthana and little bit of our common sense thought for the day. Today's common sense thought, as every day we do some, is very simple. Ki, we cannot afford even one moment also uh, uh, leaving ourselves unattended. Ourselves mainly is our inner equipment. Unattended, unengaged inner equipment of the mind, let us say, is the one which either takes to the tamoguna of the nidra adi, this unattended, unengaged mind alone takes to the rajaguna of the bhoga adi, or the nidra bhoga sambandhi nirantara chinta. है ना? Bhoga includes with upadhis, mainly the indriyas, the bhogya vastus of the outer world. A part of that is to the mind also. We want some consolation, comfort. We generally expect it from the living beings, human beings mainly. So, when the mind is not engaged, it is in the worry of how to get favors from people. It is in the worry of how to procure and indulge in the bhoga. It is in the worry of nidra adi, and always it is in that way. This is the trick. This is called moha. This is called as delusion. This goes on going on. Till what time? Till we learn the art of engaging the mind, knowing that the mind has to be fully engaged. छोड़ा उसको बस फंसा देती है वो हमको, छोड़ना ही नहीं उसको. And I like children, even your pet dogs or servants. If you leave them without engaging, they go for cell phone, they go to kitchen to eat, or they go out to play, or they sleep. This is what they do. That becomes a habit for them, which is not productive at all. So, an intelligent parents engage the children so that they escape their own tendency of getting deluded in doing that which is a cause of bondage later on. In our life also, left to itself, our equipment, and with that we only behave destructively. Main thing is worry. All the time worried, 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 worried. Bury under the worry, which is not required at all. Why worry? Because these are the things which are not the givers of satisfaction, completeness. इसलिए उनको पाने से भी वरी नहीं रुकता, नहीं पाने से तो नहीं नहीं रुकने वाला है. Therefore engage in your dharma. Let the mind be engaged. With the mind, all our faculties, है ना, कर्मेंद्रियास ज्ञानेन्द्रियास. With the mind, when we say mind and intellect, means an understanding, an awareness, a thinking, a planning, and an execution of what's my duty wala dharma. Engage in that only. As much as possible, the mind has to be engaged. A better way of engaging the mind is in the upasanas. All the time, छोटे से छोटे लेकर बड़े से बड़ा तक माइंड को उसमें उपासना के द्वारा इन भगवान वी हैव टू कीप ऑन एंगेजिंग. A very good, a very healthy habit. Anywhere little chance given, it has its own natural capacity, tendency of being outward and troubling us. You understand? And that mind till totally dissolved only, along with its root. These things have to be done all the time, all the time. Then the third, the ultimate way of engaging the mind or antakarana, which is tough, is the Chintana of the Atma Vastu. Tattva Chintana, Atma Chintana, through the help of what we are listening from our teachers, Acharyas. When tired, doesn't matter, go to sleep. But if you leave it, it goes. See, it makes us do something non positive, not required, and that mind alone suffers, and that mind alone makes us feel guilty also. कि मैंने ये क्यों किया करके. So, mind, what is to be done, it will not allow us to do. What is not to be done, it pushes us to do. And then it makes us miserable with regret and guilty. This is called the delusory life. Life with wisdom, as we are so thoroughly, so beautifully guided in the evening class, both by Vasishthaji in the Yoga Vasishtha, Naradji again in the Yoga Darshanam. In that, almost Yoga Darshanam ka, we have yesterday seen up to Dharana Dhyana Samadhi in Skanda Puranam. Today, lots of siddhis with that, as we studied, that will be taught. What we are guided in both of them. What we are guided in our Bhagavan Adi Shankara's, the Bhajagovindam Grantha. If you really see, it is without leaving, continuously engaging ourselves. Engage in the Dharma. Sometimes it's better to engage it in some of the other service so that it is not given a chance. Underline this point. Given a chance, the mind has its own tendency, definitely, of creating the bhoga, the asaktis, creating also the what do you call the worries, etc., and then taking us into tamoguna. Tamoguna also such a terrible habit like the addiction's opium only. First, it starts with the bodily tamoguna. Once the body is in tamas, then the indriyas, mana, buddhi, all of them enter into that. Then to lift it away from up from that, it is so tough. Once the tamoguna habit happens. That's why in Katha Upanishad, Uttishtata Jagrata. First arise out of tamoguna, then get awakened from the rajoguna into the sattva. Maybe that's why Puja Gurudev, such great Mahatmas we see, they go on engaging themselves in some or the other high grade service oriented, spiritually service oriented activities that they don't give their upadhis any chance. Till the last moment of the survival of the body. They realized this fact. How do we get deluded? By our own equipments. कोई यहाँ नहीं है शत्रु. हु इज शत्रु? आफ्टर सर्टेन एज तो किसी को हिम्मत औकात जरूरत भी नहीं होती है हमें छेड़ने का. दे वी आर लेफ्ट अलोन. Then who are left with is we and our mind. That unengaged mind is the devil. Empty mind is devil's workshop. Goes on. About the people it goes on thinking. About nothing. What are you worried about? Isn't it? But हमेशा सोचता रहता या objects or about any of the other bhoga and the worry inside. For what reason that worry is not understood. But चलता ही रहता. And instead of just imagine like this 1 hour when we engage it in trying to study the Shastra, the tendency of the mind to trouble us is reduced, arrested. Continue it. Engage the mind all the time. Either in doing some work, small little works like कुछ भी, उस मन के चक्कर में नहीं फंसना. बस ये रूल है. I am not going to be victimized by my mind. I'll engage it in whether it is smaller karma also doesn't matter. घर में झाड़ू करो, that is also good. Then worrying with the mind. Like yesterday, we were told a day before, it is better to die as a kida makoda in the kotara of the vriksha or in a dark, deep well or valley than to be a person murkha. The murkha is he who is not engaging his mind in the higher pursuits. Very clearly, our Vasishtha said. So engage in that. Best beautiful is engage in the upasanas and then engage it in the tattva chintana. Then engage in it in what you call prayer to the Lord and surrender to Him, saying to Him that, "O Lord, whatever my capacity permits me, I am able to do. अब बाकी आपके चरण में. आप जैसे मुझे जाहि विधि राखे राम ताहि विधि रहे." I have भरोसा in you. I am not fully leaving it to you in the sense that I don't know what I need. I know I need bhakti at your feet. I know I need Atma Jnana, Tattva Jnana, and I know you only are the giver, and I am praying you for that only. But when will you give? How will you give you? That is your choice. Of that I am leaving it to you, but I am waiting patiently. I can intensify my prayer. Oh Lord, thoda jaldi karo na. Isn't it? Thoda jaldi karo na can always be a prayer anywhere. Because the people are not careful, they are lazy. Therefore उनको कहना ही पड़ता है जल्दी करो. Then they become alert. Bhagwan is not careless or lazy. Bhagwan has many things to do. He will be busy in that. So for attracting his attention to bless us, we have to say Bhagwan thoda jaldi karo. Isn't it? And all in all, doing this way, also finding the heart of that fearlessness, the restfulness, not laziness, not lethargy, non परफॉर्मेंस, नॉट इरेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं. जो करना है करते हुए भी एक सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट क्वालिटी एज अर्ली एज पॉसिबल वी हैव टू अर्न इज the ability to relax while doing everything yet relaxed. What do we do? Do nothing and we become worried. This is a sign of total delusion, total ignorance, total immaturity. ये बंदे कुछ पता ही नहीं, सोचा ही नहीं जिंदगी कैसे जीना है. जिनको पता है fully engage everywhere, yet they know what happened, what has to happen as per the karma done as per the Ishvara Ichha, that alone will come. He is ready to accept it. Whatever it is, love from the people, help from the people, the things, conveniences, whenever they are needed. Jai sa bhi ho, Prabhu jaise chahte waisa hoga. Yeah, I also deserve it, depending on what I have done. Even now also I am engaging. I have no comparison with others. I don't have the extra durasha in me, है ना? Undeserving the asha expectation. I know exactly what thing I deserve. He gives me. While receiving it, relaxed. Like he has given us these classes. Receive them, relax. He has given us this physical body. Receive it, manage it, use it, relax. He has given this place for us to stay. These are the people around. Respond intelligently and then relax. The art of relaxation. And before that, this way fully occupying ourselves, engaging ourselves, that mind is not given a freedom. And we are not becoming slave to that mind. Mind is pulled and it is continuously put. रिमेंबर द माया क्या होता है, एक तरफ हम इस तरफ क्लेम करते हुए भी स्पिरिचुअल क्लास अटेंड करते हुए भी द एंटायर रिमेनिंग टाइम नॉट नेसेसरी दैट अनलेस वी ट्रेन इट द माइंड शुड बी इन साधना. It can be anywhere. In fact, of the class, engaging the mind in Paramatma is our sadhana than in the class. Because in the class, coming is our job. The Guru Parampara, the Divya Shakti, takes care of us. It engages us, it puts us because of our faith, because of our good heart, that we deserved it when we are here, effort is less. बस लगे रहो सुनते रहो और क्या उतना मेहनत नहीं because some great divine force of the Guru Parampara is working on us. But after this is over, this commitment is not there, no, of the class. Then full freedom, like in the class, the students, कितना टीचर के निगरानी में है. Therefore, वो लोग बैठेंगे, they will listen to the lesson, they will respond to the question and all. एक बार घंटी बज गई तो then you see how they run out of the class, how they enter into various places except study. There's only one rare student will be there out of thousands that even after the bell has gone, before the next teacher comes, he takes opens the book and what this teacher has taught, he goes through it. Very rare student, one rare. Or even after school is over, once he reaches home, first thing he does it is what is taught today. Let me study. 99.9999% तो as if जेल से छूट गए. So the real genius student is he who studies when he is not in the class, when he is left to himself, when he is given freedom. Same way for you and I also, the remaining time of the day, how much we are able to creatively, constructively engage ourselves, our mind, is the way to come out of the clutches of the deluding mind. About the mind, more details we will study in Vivek Chudamani when that text comes in our in the evening class. How it itself projects the objects, projects the beauty in the objects, projects the desire for the objects, plans for us to possess the object, they being delusory, the same mind becomes miserable or disappointed, and then it doesn't stop there, then it projects other thing or the being or imagine some other situation as if conducive, then it makes us work for it. In that way, from pillar to the post, how the mind kicks us like a football, makes our life chaotic, miserable. That all will be taught there. है ना मन प्रसूते विषयान शेषान स्थूलात्मना सूक्ष्मतया च भोक्तुः, all those stotra will study there. A part of it is this only. We are victimized by our mind and its delusions. Human being has to use intellect, in which he learns the art of engaging mind, engaging senses, engaging the body, engaging the abilities, engaging the talents, most importantly, engaging the time in the time, and engaging ourselves in the time, so that in properly engaging all our faculties in time we are really evolving spiritually. The most important is spiritual evolution. When I say engage mind in the outer activities and all, by the way, it is said. But why we being spiritual seekers, undoubtedly, our request and order is engage the mind in spirituality only. Point one, two. Then ensuring that we are really growing, ensuring that really we are doing that by which we grow. We have to look back and see we have done it and it resulted in this. This is one of the great state of intellect where we are aware of what we have to do and we are doing it and when ensuring yes the vasanas reduced, yes, no more I am the slave of senses, yes, mind I am able to answer every time it is projecting something with the intellect that is neither required nor right. See that joy of it, that I am evolving, yes. What a great achievement that the Lord's name is there effortlessly in my mind maximum time. ये भी great achievement है. Most important also it is. भगवान का नाम चल रहा है हमेशा, भगवान का भजन चल रहा है, कीर्तन चल रहा है और some स्तोत्र of Lord. Moment सुबह उठते ही like विभीषणा राम नाम ते सुमिरन कीनहा. The moment he got away taking Ram Nam, immediately Hanuman ji thinks, यहाँ कहाँ सज्जन कर चीना ऐसा न हटी करऊ मिताई और नित साधुते हो न कारज हानि. राम नाम ते सुमिरन ते ही समय विभीषण जागा राम नाम ते सुमिरन लागा. It's an effortless thing for him. It's an effortless thing to the great bhaktas like Narada, Prahlada. They that way totally मन को ना भगवान में रखने का इतने जन्म जन्म जन्मों का they made the आदत. This is what sadhana. When this is not done, that mind creates the world and engages in us in that and troubles us. This is what samsara. साधना संसार ये दोनों केवल मन में ही होते हैं. मन एव मनुष्याणाम कारणम बंध मोक्षयो बंधाय विषयासक्तम मोक्षाय निर्विषयम स्मृतम. Then the higher achievement is, as we said now, not only Bhagwan Nama, but Bhagavad Katha. Always we are remembering the stories of Bhagwan. That's why everyday Purana Patanam. Every day, उससे क्या होगा? Both. One, the presence of God is glory. All of that are remembered. Second side, what we have to do as a bhakta to be blessed by the God, that clarity comes. Because practically we are seeing it. Like yesterday, day before, Narada Arjuna Samvada. How wonderful Arjuna was going on asking, Narji was going on telling about that Mahisagara Kshetra, how each of the Shivalinga is Thapita there, which Devata did which Sthapana. Oh, what a beautiful Purana it was, Skanda Purana. Now he is teaching Yoga Darshanam. चलता रहेगा ये वो up to we have seen only 10%, 20%, 80%. 80,000 श्लोकों में 10,000 देख चुके हैं हम बस पिछले 3-4 महीने में. Engaging. Higher than that is engaging our chitta or mana in the Vedanta Vakya Vicharana. That's what in that Kaupina Panchakam, first one, Kaupinavantaha, sorry, Vedanta Vakyeshu Sadaravantaha, Kalu Bhagyavantaha. This is the highest stage. Every time the mantra of the Upanishads remembered, contemplation. Maximum sitting at one place and doing contemplation only. Very less we are getting up and all. And to be able to consistently do the contemplation, the way the mind, senses, body have to be cooperative, that way engaging oneself. Whether it is in Bhojanadi, whether it is in Nidradi, whether it is any other Vyavaharadi. Managed in such a way that they are not troubling me when I have to do my Chintana on the Atma Vastu based on Upanishad Vakya. ये सबसे higher achievement. Is it happening in us? We have to see. For it to happen, we have to work hard. That's called as sadhana. In that, our mind has to be engaged. Left to itself, it will think, create. It has plenty of asanas behind. It has the friendship of the sense organs. It has its own habit. बस सेकंड मौका दिया, वरीड सोच ही रही वो अबाउट एनीथिंग. And with our ignorance, we are adding to our mind every time the data of the world, which is not required as a spiritual seeker. Spiritual seeker आत्मा अन्वेषण में होना है. Those who are not fully become spiritual seekers, then they will engage themselves in the world, worldly affairs, worldly happenings. वो भी बकवास है, हम तो कुछ करते ही नहीं वहाँ. 90% to waste information. That also makes it a habit to the mind to go on thinking, worrying, brooding. Now you understand whether it's Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Jnana Yoga, what they finally tell us. Is this our Manachitta pulled away from its own natural outgoing tendency and focusing on the self only to merge in the self, leading to the revelation of the self. छोड़ दिया तो फंसाता जाता है. All unproductive imaginations, unproductive, unwanted worries, unwanted indulgences, and उसमें फंसकर पता भी नहीं चलता कि हम फंस गए उसमें. पता भी नहीं चलता कि from last 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, 1 day, I'm not thinking at all about God. याद भी नहीं होता. Like a drunkard, he doesn't know that he has taken drink. He doesn't know that he doesn't know. He's in a different intoxicant mood. In the same way, mind intoxicates us. It makes us forget, yeah, I'm a manushya, I'm a sadhaka, I have to remember God, I have to reach the goal. नहीं याद रहेगा कुछ भी. Till somebody reminds us in the class. If somebody reminds us, then only we remember. It's very starting stage only. At least at that time we are remembering. We can't say it is useless, but it's okay. But the real stage is what? Why somebody needed to tell us what's our goal? हमेशा मन में याद रहना. हमेशा उसी में. Till that point, we have to keep on studying Shastras, listening to Shastras, Chintana Shastra, Tattva Shastra. ये आदत बना है. Like your children, grandchildren. From the childhood, सुबह 5 बजे उठाकर नहला के उनको पूजा नमस्कार का ट्रेनिंग करा रहे हो, तो थ्रू आउट लाइफ दैट विल बी देयर. You get up at 8 and उस गधे को 9 बजे उठाओगे, तो he will remember that only. What training you give, that's what they get. बेटा लाडला बेटा सो जा मेरे प्यारे. He takes an authority. सोना मेरा जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार है, sanctioned, certified by my grandfather. वो उठा के 2 डंडा मार के उसको 4 बजे रनिंग कराओ, जॉगिंग कराओ, योगा कराओ, प्रैक्टिस कराओ. Then he will do that. Same is with the mind. सुला दो माइंड सोएगी, रुला दो माइंड रोएगी, खिला दो माइंड खाएगी. वो उसको भगवान में लगाओ, उसका आदत होगा. So today's basic thought is unengaged mind, unattended mind is the unruly mind, uncontrolled mind, unstoppable mind, and it will never stop till we are totally brought down, 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 destroyed. Who are Rakshasas? Who are Dushta Vyaktis? Those who have not engaged their mind positively, constructively, creatively. That's it. Who are the devatas, who are the rishi, who are the muni, who are the saviors of the world, those who have engaged mind in that, which is very tough, but there is no option. Anything which is tough, if you don't give it alternative or option, you will be able to do. If you look for the alternative, then alternative is not there, but we go on looking for it and we don't do what we are supposed to. Like class, don't give option. आना है बैठना है बस. आ गए बैठ गए. वो आके बैठने तक तकलीफ. After that, continuously we are given that blessings by our Guru Parampara in the same way. So may we be very clear of this art of productively, creatively living our life and doing what we are supposed to do and to ensure the evolution and really experiencing the evolution. That's why the other day we saw uh, every day we have to do that introspection and see where have we reached to, where do we stand now, what we are being doing, what it has resulted in. In that way, जायजा लेते हुए कहाँ खड़े हैं हम जानकर, कहाँ पहुँचना जानकर, क्या करना है जानते हुए करते रहने से होता रहता है. And to a spiritual seeker, though ultimate goal is Paramatma, engaging in that alone is the ultimate thing. If one can do it directly, no second thing is recommended. If one is not able to do that, to be able to do that, luckily for him, hundreds of things are there. ऐसा भी हमने कहा, जप करो, पूजा करो, भजन करो, कीर्तन करो, शास्त्र श्रवण करो, शास्त्र अध्ययन करो, पुराण इतिहास कथा कहो, तीर्थ यात्रा में चले जाओ. See, you yourself can write the bhajan, yourself can write the mahima of the Lord. You can even meditate on the divine form of the Lord. You can take the Upanishad Mahavakyas. You can think about Viveka, Vairagya. अरे करना है तो इतने क्लिक होना है बस. लाइक फॉर ए भोगी इतने चीजें हैं भोग के लिए. मोर देन दैट आर देयर फॉर द योगी आल्सो, योग के लिए. बट इट हैज टू क्लिक एंड इट हैज टू सस्टेन. वी हैव टू फील कि यार मुझे ये क्लिक होना है या मेरे को इसमें सस्टेन होना है. देन व्हाट इज द डिस्टर्बेंस, व्हाट इज द obstruction which is not allowing me to be like this? It is my own engagement in the nonsense of the world on the name of entertainment. Let me pull away from that. देखो अंदर से जागृति होना. And the moment the taste of sadhana comes, so many things, 24 घंटे भी एंगेज है. पूजा कर रहे हो, कोई यज्ञ कर रहे हैं, कि भगवान के लिए माला बना रहे, सब भगवान के लिए बस. The Gopikas and all of them, without any big satsangas, Upanishad study, they reached Bhagavan because they learned this art of doing everything for God. Doing everything for the Lord. That's what they reach. Either wo follow karo, ye. But in either case, the Lord is glory, He is the goal. These things have to be remembered. So let us not leave a chance for our mind to make us do those things because of which we continuously are in the mood of worry, the regrets, the fears, the sense of incompleteness, the sense of dukkha, always emptiness inside. Nah. Instead of that, every moment doing good things, celebrating that. I have done this, I have done that. Joy inside, not to tell anybody, not to proclaim, but to suppress that mind, sublimate that mind, which makes us do wrong and which makes us feel guilty or regretted. पॉजिटिव वन, या ये करने का मैंने सोचा, ये कर लिया, मैं खुश हूँ, अभी फिर से और एक लूंगा, मैं वो भी करूंगा. इस तरह से इन द मूड ऑफ जॉय, है ना. जैसे yesterday we was discussing with the youth in that class Gita 17th chapter, मनः प्रसादः मनः सौम्यत्वम. This is called as manasika tapasya. Prasannata in the mind because the mind is fully engaged in one's own spiritual sadhana. Saumyatvam in the mind because the mind always is thinking for the welfare of the world, for the betterment of everyone. It has no negative feelings towards anyone. Therefore, it is soft, saumya, tender. Beautiful. That was a good discussion. That way, let us engage ourselves all the time. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsa Rushibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Yairime Gurubhi Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ सुकृतेऽधिकृते बहुधा भवतो भविता समदर्शनलालसता अतिदीनमिमं परिपालय मां भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्. ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन मोक्षसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शान्त्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यक्षेत्राणां दिव्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयादीनां भूभागानां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञ साधन सेवादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रु निर्मूलन भारतवर्षे विश्वे च नित्यनिरन्तर अस्मात् क्षणात् आरभ्य शाश्वतरूपेण वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः सम्यक् प्रतिष्ठार्थं अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सर्वेषां श्रोतॄणां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मभक्ति भगवद्भक्ति देवताभक्ति गुरुभक्ति शास्त्रभक्ति सत्संगभक्ति साधनाभक्ति सेवाभक्ति देशधर्म सनातनधर्मभक्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। ओम अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः। ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। मित्रों, पारायण के लिए लेट अस डू जस्ट 5 श्लोकास ऑफ सेकंड चैप्टर फ्रॉम 6th to 10th. ओम अग्निर्यत्राभिमथ्यते वायुर्यत्राधिरुध्यते सोमो यत्रातिरिच्यते तत्र संजायते मनः सवित्रा प्रसवेन जुषेत ब्रह्मपूर्व्यं तत्र योनिं कृणवसे नहि ते पूर्तमक्षिपतो त्रिरुन्नतं स्थाप्य समं शरीरं हृदीन्द्रियाणि मनसा सन्निवेश्य ब्रह्मोडुपेन प्रतरेत विद्वान् श्रोतांसि सर्वाणि भयावहानि प्राणान् प्रपीड्येह संयुक्तचेष्टः क्षीणे प्राणे नासिकयोच्छ्वसीत दुष्टाश्वयुक्तमिव वाहमेनं विद्वान् मनो धारयेत प्रमत्तः समे शुचौ शर्करावाह्निवालुकौ इवर्जिते शब्दजलाश्रयादिभिः मनोनुकूलेन तु चक्षुपीडने गुहानिवाताश्रयेणे प्रयोजयेत। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Friends, in this Shwethashwathara Upanishad, please believe me, it's a very kind Upanishad, very loving Upanishad, very variety Yukta Upanishad, exhaustive Upanishad, complete Upanishad. Upanishad coming to our level and lifting us to the ultimate level. All the details that are required for a sadhaka in the understanding, in the guidance, all of them are provided. And without any hesitation or any ego or individuality, this Upanishad takes mantras from other Upanishads also. It doesn't feel egoistic कि नहीं मैं मेरा ही मंत्र रखूंगी दूसरों का नहीं. You will see almost of every major Upanishads 1 or 2 mantras that are brought here in this Upanishad. That Shwethashwathara was so liberal. Why? So you have to do sadhana and get moksha. For that, every guidance which helps is worthy of receiving. So those Upanishads have those mantras. So let me collect from them with their permission. And he takes the Puranas, मतलब भक्ति शास्त्र का भी यहाँ व्याख्यान होता है, योग शास्त्र व्याख्यान, आहार विधि विधान, how it has to be, that व्याख्यान, importance of values will be told here, keeping intact the ultimate goal of Brahmas. Very kind, very beautiful Upanishad. Shruti, Smriti, Purana, Itihasa, Yukta Upanishad, you can call it as. The mantras, the bhashyas, so wonderful it is. Although those who fully engage only in deep Atma Tattva, they don't study this Upanishad because these many varieties. They just want Brahmasmi, that is told in other Upanishads, Mandukya, they engage in it. For them, this is distraction because so many details. And it is true. Those who have evolved to the higher level, इतने सारे जरूरत नहीं है उनको. बस तत्वमसी चिंतन करो पहुंच जाओ. बट फॉर यू एंड आई वर एट ABCD लेवल, हमारे लिए बढ़िया मजेदार बात है ना. लाइक टेम्पल, वन लॉर्ड, पूजा उपासना रियलाइजेशन भक्ति for a highest level people. But for the people like us, in the temple with the other 10 temples, we are entertained because ये गणपति को भी देखा, हनुमान जी को भी देखा, नवग्रह को भी प्रणाम किया, माता रानी को किया, सुब्रह्मण्य भगवान को भी दी. So then we get engaged. All are devotional practice. But for highly evolved one, why so many Lord Shiva is there was meditate? Other Upanishads are like that. Brahmachintanam. This Upanishad engages us in Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, values, Ashtanga Yoga also. Yogasya Prathamadvaram, Vag Nirodho, Aparigraha, Nirasha cha, Niriya cha, Nityamega. Like that beautiful mantras will come. Yoga sadhana also will be taught to us. Lucky we are here to come to this Upanishadic study. Right? Now, fourth mantra we exhaustively studied. Karana Brahma explained to us through the chakra. So you all remember it now by heart because we have given good 1 week time to study that one mantra only because of its many details. 1 week it took और 6 दिन याद नहीं मुझे. So Ekanemi, immediately Ekanemi is Maya Prakriti. Trivrutam, of that Maya only the three gunas. Sattva Rajastam. Shodashantam, the 14 lokas of Brahmanda, Virat Purusha, Hiranyagarbha. Or the Shodasha Kalas of the Purusha of Prashtopanishad. Or Panchamahabhutani, 10 Jnanendriyas and 1 Mana. Shodashantam. Shatardharam. We have seen it. What are the 5? Viparyayas, 28. Ashaktis, 9. Tushti, 8. Siddhi. Shatardharam. Vimshati Pratyarabihi, 10 organs and 10 their functional fields. They are the Pratyarabihi. Then Shatardharam Vimshati Pratyarabihi, then Ashtakaihi Shadvihi, the 6 Ashtakas. And the Prakriti Ashtakam, then the Dhatu Ashtakam, then the Aishwarya Ashtakam, then the Bhavana Ashtakam, then the Devata Ashtakam, then the Guna Ashtakam. 6 of them. Ashtakai should be. Then the most important ones were the next one, Vishwarupa Ekapasham. That which takes all Rupa and acts as the Pasha only, the rope to tie us down. And it is one only. What's that? Kama Akhyaha Kamana. Vishwarupa Ekapasham. Then Trimarga Bhedam. Dharma Marga, Adharma Marga, Jnana Marga. Then Dvinimitta Ekamoham. Dvinimitta, which is the two nimitta of Punya and Papa. For both of them, only one nimitta karana is there, moha hai wo. And what is the moha? Taking the entire anatman as the atman. So tamekanevim trivrutam shodashantam shatardharam vimshati pratyarabihi ashtakai shadvir vishwarupaikapasham trimarga bhedam dvinimitta ekamoham apashyan. They have seen. Or they have come to know it. Adhima, right? Now, same thing said again in the Nadi Rupa. Now, this Rupa of Chakra and Nadi is an exercise to the intellect to visualize the Karana Brahma in that way. In that effort itself, the intellect gathers that subtlety, that purity, that Sattva Guna, and he is able to comprehend. इसलिए हमारे गुरु लोग अनेक प्रक्रियाज दे take the help of to sharpen the intellects of the students to make it subtle. One of them is like that, giving some upamana. चक्र के तरह है, सोच लो नेमी क्या है, हरा क्या है, प्रत्याहारा क्या है, उसका मार्ग क्या है, all of that. Now in the fifth mantra, Nadi Rupena, same Karana Brahma is said. We will study today. Chant the mantra together 3 times. Om Panchasrotombum Panchayonugravakram Panchapranormim Panchabuddhyadimulam Panchavartam Panchadukkhaugavegam Panchashat Bhedam Panchaparvamadhimah. Again, Panchasrotombum Panchayonyugravakram Panchapranormim Panchabuddhyadimulam Panchavartam Panchadukkhaughavegaam Panchashadbhedam Panchaparvamadhimaha. Again, Panchasrotombum Panchayonyugravakram Panchapranormim Panchabuddhyadimulam Panchavartam Panchadukkhaugavegam Panchashadbhedam Panchaparvamadhimaha. That's Adhimaha. We have studied, we have understood. Adhima. Okay. In both the examples, one thing is seen with all its parts. That one is Karana Brahma and his variety of expressions. Like I saw a train. Means what? A train which has an engine, which has got these many compartments and which is moving in this speed, making this type of sound. See, na? Like I have seen a tree, seeing a tree, then so huge it is with so many big branches, secondary branches, beautiful leaves, having lots of flowers or the fruits to that. You are seeing the tree, but with all details. So too, I have seen that house, isn't it? House with so many of bedrooms and the hall or the kitchen and all other amenities with the portico, with the backyard, the kitchen garden. Seeing house with so many details. You know, I saw that person. And person has seen, but hands, legs, head and all, and his intelligence or his achievements, his profession. Is either the chakra with all details. We saw. Now, Nadi with all details. Nadi Rupena Karana Brahma Varnanam. So house with so many bedrooms, train with so many bogies, tree with so many components in it. In the same way, Nadi of its components. Nadi is Karana Brahma. The components of Nadi are the components of that Karana Brahma. So the Brahma with his Maya Shakti himself appearing in this way, which you and I call as the world. And because of the variety in it, we differentiate it. Otherwise, all of that is one only. Substratum is one Brahman, and whatever superimposed is one Maya Shakti, and then Maya is never away from Brahman. Substratum sabka एक ही सच्चिदानंद अधिष्ठान. On that adhisthana, so many Rupa Nama are. All Rupa Nama is one Maya, and Maya is never away from Brahman, never independent of him. Already we have seen in the first explanation, in the earlier mantras, Te Dhyana Yoganu, Devatma Shakti, Aswatantra Shakti, not Swatantra. Okay, now one by one, straight away Bhashyam. This Karana Brahma as Nadi. It has got Ambu, the water, and water never stays, it goes on flowing. So Pancha Srotombum, 5 स्रोत है जो मिलकर इसका पानी बनाते हैं. 5 sources of water came and it became the Nadi. What is it? Pancha Srotombum iti. I am directly taking the Bhashya. Pancha Srotamsi. What are the 5 Srotamsi? The flows, the rivers, rivulets, etc. Is it Pancha Srotamsi? Chakshuradini Jnanendriyani. है ना, चक्षु श्रोत्रम रसना घ्राणम त्वक. These are the 5. चक्षुरादीनि ज्ञानेन्द्रियाणि अम्बुस्थानानि यस्याः. So these 5 Jnanendriyas are the waters. 5 Jnanendriyas are the waters. Like the water continuously flows, the 5 Jnanendriyas are continuously working and going on receiving something or the other. So Pancha Srotamsi Chakshuradini Jnanendriyani Ambusthanani Yasyaha Tam Nadim. That Nadi. So Pancha Srotambu is a adjective for the Nadi. Like Kala Vala. When you say Kala Vala, you are not talking about the Kala. You are talking about the Banda whose rang is Kala. है ना, it's called द्विगु समास in संस्कृत. So to वो नदी जिसका 5 स्रोत वाला पानी है. The 5 sources are of the water are the ज्ञानेन्द्रियाणि. Clear? पंच स्रोतांसि चक्षुरादीनि ज्ञानेन्द्रियाणि अम्बुस्थानानि यस्याः ताम नदीं पंच स्रोतोम्बु. So the water 5 जगह से पानी आ रहा है, 5 मिलकर. 5 ज्ञानेन्द्रियास are the waters. पंच ज्ञानेन्द्रियाणि स्रोत अम्बुः of that river. So water has to be there river में, इसलिए पहले पानी की बात कह रहे. 5 ज्ञानेन्द्रियास are the water. So पंच स्रोतांसि चक्षुरादीनि ज्ञानेन्द्रियाणि अम्बुस्थानानि यस्याः ताम नदीं पंच स्रोतोम्बुम्. ओके. अधीमः इति सर्वत्र संबध्यते. अधीमः, we have seen, we have visualized, we have understood. You add this word अधीमा अधीमा everywhere. एक बार हमने कह दिया, बाकी अब हर बार आप ऐड कर लो. So like the tree example of pancha branch wala tree adhimaha, 20 secondary branches wala tree adhimaha, then the big leaves wala tree adhimaha, then reddish flower wala tree adhimaha. Adhima you keep on adding every time when the components of that nadi, the details of the nadi are given. Now the water is given pancha jnanendriyas. So pancha srotamsi chakshuradini jnanendriyani ambusthanani yasyaha tam nadim pancha srotombum adhima iti sarvatra sambandhyate. Now second one is what? In the main mantra, pancha yoni ugra vakra. It has got the pancha yonis which are ugra, which are vakra. What is that? Pancha yoni vihi. Yoni means always karana. So karana bhutaihi. What are the mula karana for the entire this nadi? Karana bhutai pancha bhutaihi. The pancha mahabhutas. है ना, the tanmatras. The शब्द स्पर्श रूप रसगंध तन्मात्रा उनसे बने हुए पंच महाभूतई उग्राम वक्राम च. That Panchayoni Ugra Vakra. So Panchayoni is Panchamahabhutas. Ugra means what? They never stop. So continuously they project the Rupanama. And why Vakra? He coming with एक तरह का stabilized projection or creation. It doesn't happen as a combination of the Panchamahabhutas. All the time variety of the things only it comes. Ugra and Vakra, the words appear to be little negative side. ये बहुत उग्र रूप है और ये वक्र सोचता है. Not that way. Ugra means fully engaged always. Vakra means not the same. The variety of the things and that Pancha Mahabhuta बदलते रहते हैं, and the objects which are made out of it, they also keep on getting modified. Panchayoni Ugra Vakra. Like if you take a leaf on the tree, so tender, so soft, so solid. और ट्री लीफ नीचे गिर गया सूखने के बाद. In that the water aspect has gone away, isn't it? Therefore when it is very dry, और उसको थोड़ा ऐसा कर दो तो पाउडर होके वो अर्थ में मिल जाता है. So that water content is gone. That's called vakra. Not the same all the time. उसका वेट भी निकल जाता है और उसको पाउडर कर दो तो अर्थ में चले आता है. It releases the space which it was occupying. In that way, Panchayoni Ugra Vakra of this Nadi, the Panchayoni are the Pancha Mahabhutas, they are Ugra and Vakra. Remember, Nadi के रूप में explain कर रहे हैं. Nadi only example, But we have to understand the Karana Brahma through this. Panchayoni Ugravakram. Then Panchayoni Karanabhutai, Panchabhutai, Ugram Vakram, cha Panchayoni Ugravakram. Third one is Urmi. So the water is told, and the movement of the water starting from it, and its variety of flow is told. The water is Panchagnanendriyas, and the yoni for them is the Pancha Mahabhutas. They are Ugra and Vakra because in each of the Jiva, these Jnanendriyas are different. किसी का आंख ठीक होता है, किसी का नाक ठीक होता है, किसी का ठीक नहीं होता. This is the meaning of Ugra and Vakra. Then third one is what? Pancha Prana Urmim. Urmi are the waves. River means उसमें लहर होते हैं ना, वेव. तो पंच प्राण ऊर्मी. सो पंच प्राणाः कर्मेंद्रियाणि वा कर्मेंद्रियाणि वाक्पाणि पादा वाक्पाणि आदयो वा ऊर्मयः यस्याः. Either pancha pranas or pancha pranas work through karmendriyas only. Karmendriyas also you can take for the 5 urmi waves. Continuously they are engaged in the work. So pancha pranaha karmendriyani vakpanyadayah va urmayah yasyaha tam pancha prana urmim. So the pancha prana or pancha karmendriyas are the urmi of this nadi. So what is the urmi in the nadi called as the Karana Brahma? The pancha pranas and pancha karmendriyas at the sameshti level, later on given to the Veshti individuals. So for the Karana Brahma Nadi, the water is the 5 Jnanendriyas, the yoni is called Pancha Mahabhutas, the waves in that are the pranas and karmendriyas. 3 चीजें बता चुके हैं. पंच स्रोतोम्बुम, पंच योनि उग्रवक्रा, पंच प्राणो. Now the fourth one is what? Pancha buddhi adi moolam. Pancha buddhi is Jnanendriyas. Buddhi adi means all the buddhi with knowledge here. For I 5 knowledges, moola. Moola क्या है? एक ही है. What is it? Our own mana. So that I will tell you here now. Next one is Pancha Buddhinam. Buddhinam means what? Chakshuradi Janyanam Jnananam. Chakshuradi Janyanam Jnananam. So all the 5 Jnanendriyas becoming the means for what? To gain the Jnanam of 5 respective objects. The Jnanam of those respective objects is, the Jnanam is called as Buddhi. And where is that Jnanam of 5 objects brought by the Buddhi is happening? Brought by the Indriyas, sorry. See, here it says, Pancha Buddhinam means Chakshudadi Janyanam Jnananam Adihi Karanam. What is Adi Karanam? Manaha. Manaha. Remember this thing in Vedanta, that Paramatma's mana samishti se sare Jnanendriya and Vishya bante. But when it comes to individuals, through the Jnanendriyas, the Vishayas enter into the mind, and then mind gets that shape of vrittis. And another thing is what? When we are not engaging with the Indriyas, yet in the mind, the Pancha Vishaya Sambandhi vrittis are formed or not. है ना? Especially like in dream. ड्रीम में कहाँ है इंद्रिया? नहीं. लेकिन इन द माइंड ओनली ऑल द विषयास आर देयर आर नॉट. दैट वे पंच बुद्धि आदि मूल इज माइंड ओनली. हियर इट इज एक्सप्लेन्ड हियर. सो पंचबुद्धीनाम चक्षुरादिजन्यानाम ज्ञानानाम आदि कारणम मनः. मनोवृत्ति रूपत्वाद सर्वज्ञानानाम. है ना? मनोवृत्ति रूपत्वाद सर्वज्ञानानाम. Whether it is a Shabda Jnana, Sparsha Jnana, Rupa Jnana, Rasa Jnana, Gandha, if it doesn't form as a vritti in the mana, how one can have that Jnana of that? So, Mano Vritti Rupatva Sarva Jnananam Manaha Moolam Karanam. Therefore, Mana ko yaha mool ya Karana kaha. Mana Moolam Karanam Yasyaha Samsara Saritaha Tam. That Samsara Rupi Nadi, Karana Brahm se Liva Jagat Rupi Nadi. For this, the Moola is the Mana. Mana is the moola for all the jnanas. So Panchabuddhi Adimula means the mind is there in this world. Samashti Vyashti. Then Tathacha Manasaha Sarvahetutvam Darshayat. In another text, mind being the Hetu of everything is very clearly told. What is it said? It's in Mandukya Upanishad in our one of the प्रकरणास तीसरा या चौथा में अद्वैत प्रकरण में अलाद शांति में बताते हैं इसको. कहते हैं कि मनोविजृंभितम सर्वम यत्किंचित सचराचरम. It's a Vijrumbana, it's a projection of the mind only, the entire Sacharachara Jagatu. How? Manasohi amani bhave. When the mind stops that way projecting, Dvaitam naivopalabhyate, you will never see the projected world of multiplicity. Like mind goes into Nidra Avastha or it is in the Samadhi Avastha, that's called Amani Bhava of the Mana. At that time, where is the Dvaita Prapancha? Again, when mind comes to Utthana Sthiti, whole Dvaita Prapancha is there. Therefore, where is the whole Dvaita Jagata? It is in the Mana only. Therefore, Buddhi Adi Moolam, Pancha Buddhi Adi Moolam is the correct way of saying that the mind is the Moola for the Pancha Bhautika Vishayas. Because in the mind only unka vritti bante hai. The jnana of the Pancha Mahabhutas happens in the mind. Jnana of the Pancha Vishayas, let us say. शब्द स्पर्श रसगंधियों का ज्ञान बुद्धि में होता है या मन में होता है. सो पंच बुद्धियादि मूलम हो गया. Then pancha avartam is important. What are the pancha avartas? Pancha shabdadeya vishayaha avarta sthaniyaha. So the 5 shabda sparsha rupa rasagandha, of which we have not discussed so far, they are called as avarta. They are called as bhavandar. Nahi bhavandar? Bhavanaya bhavandar. The whirlpool there in that river. And why these pancha vishayas are called as the avarta? Shankar Bhagwan कहते हैं पंच शब्दादयः विषयाः आवर्त स्थानीयाः वै तेषु विषयेषु प्राणिनः निमज्जन्ति. Because in that pancha vishaya only all of us are fully engaged. Same thought we discussed today in our common sense thought also. When the mind is not engaged in Paramatma sadhana, it will engage in the vishayas. Therefore, in the Karana Brahma or Jagat Rupi Nadi, the Pancha Vishayas are the avarta in which all the jivas get lost in. Avarta Pancha Shabdadeya Vishayaha Avarta Sthaniyaha Teshu Vishayeshu Praninaha Nimajjanti Iti Yasyaha Tam Panchavartam Nadim Adimaha. So Pancha Srotombum, Pancha Yonyugravakram, Pancha Pranormim, Pancha Buddhyadrupam, Panchavartam. 5 we have seen. 6th one, Pancha Dukkha Oga Vegam. This samsara has got the speed. That speed is called as 5 dukkhas. The flow of it, the turbulence. What are they? Pancha dukkhas. 1, Garbha Dukkha, being in the womb. 2nd, Janma Dukkha, coming out to the new world through the birth. 3rd is Jara Dukkha. है ना, सब बढ़िया रहते हैं, सडनली वो 50 साल आते ही ओल्ड एज आ जाती है. एवरीवन विल हैव टू गो थ्रू. ओनली फ्यू आर द लकी वंस हु डाई यंग. नहीं तो उधर बुढ़ापे के दुख का क्या अंत है. और दोज हु आर लकीली डन योगा साधना एंड पूर्व जन्म पुण्य फॉर लॉन्ग लाइफ दे आर स्टिल हेल्दी एंड ऑल. सो गर्भ दुख, जन्म दुख, जरा दुख. 3/4 व्याधि दुख, द डिसीजेस एंड इसका एंड ही नहीं होता. रे बाबा लग गया तो. 5th वन मरण दुख. मरण दुखानि एव ओघवेगाः यस्याः. That is called as the flow of the water of that river, the pancha dukkhas. Then tam pancha dukkha oga vegam. हो गया. अब 2 बचे हैं. एक पंचाशत भेदाम. That what is the 50 bheda? Luckily we saw in the earlier shloka. We need not explain at all. The viparyaha, the ashaktayaha, the tushtayaha and the siddhi. They are here also added. The panchashat bhedam. The last one is pancha parvam. It has got 5 turns before it goes into the samudra. What are the pancha parva? Pancha klesha bhedaha pancha parvani. So take from the yoga, avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha. These 5 kleshas are the pancha parvani. Tam pancha parvam. That nadi these people have seen. Those who are meditating. So They looked at Nadi, they understood the various characteristics of Nadi. In that way, they could visualize this Karana Brahma expressing as the Jagat, as a Nadi having these things. No, it's a good experiment exercise for us. Imagine the Nadi and imagine these things and compare both of them. Do an exercise of it. So tomorrow when we meet, एक और बार इन सबको बिना भाष्य पढ़े मनी मन हम उसका इमेजिनेशन करेंगे. Then in the next shloka, why the bondage, why the how the bondage happens, how the moksha has to be happening. These two are given to us. Very crucial shloka. That's main one. But before that, the whole world visualized as a nadi, and that is a Karana Brahma. Remember, Brahman is Niruna Nirakara. In that Brahman with his Maya Shakti, the entire Jagat. In the entire Jagat, everywhere Brahman is there. Then Brahman alone by Maya Shakti is given various Rupanama. Our problem is we have forgotten that Brahman, that Maya Akrita Rupanama only we are attending to, taking that alone as real and not even imagining that, not even having an idea that they are continuously coming, going and changing. They must have a substratum changeless. इतना भी दिमाग हमारा नहीं खुलता. उतना डिल्यूटेड वही बन जाते हैं विद द रूप नामात्मक जगत. दैट्स अ महामोह. कॉमन सेंस भी नहीं जगता हमारा कि these things are continuously coming and going. There must be some substratum on which these things are coming and going. जो सोचता है he is वेदांति. That's what it. तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद भी सा. Everybody is engaged in भूर्भुवस्वः भूर्भुवस्वः भूर्भुवस्वः. That Mahachamasya Rishi was little different. He said the Bhurvas are coming and going, where they are coming from, where they are staying, where they are going. Suddenly apprehended the fourth one, Mahaiti Tasam Hasmaitam Chaturtim Mahachamasya Pravedayate. Only Mahachamasya could think about it. Then he realized it. There is something, the fourth. He called it as Maha. Then he asked whether this thing is there in the Upanishads or not. Upanishad said yes, yes, हम already उसके बारे में बोल चुके हैं. It is called as Brahma. And then how to realize that, how to see that, you have to realize it only as Atma. So Atma. है ना, महाचमस्य प्रवेदयते महाइति तद ब्रह्म स आत्मा. As an Atma only you can experience it. But intellectually, you can have an idea about the presence of the fourth, which is a substratum. Because three variables, when they are coming and going, they must be supported by the non-variable, other than that, the fourth substratum. That's what Jagra Sapna Sushupti Avastha is coming and going. Where they are coming from, where they are going into, there must be the fourth one, Turiya, which is other than three. This is how the Mandukya guided us. So here also, the whole Jagat is nothing but expression of Karana Brahma. Karana Brahma mein Brahma plus Karana. Karana is the Maya. Our job is what? To withdraw from Karana Brahma, to withdraw from the entire Maya Kruta Rupanama, to realize the Nirguna Brahma. Never forget this thought. Otherwise, you have missed the main crux of Vedanta itself. Om, 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 Om. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Paramrishibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Namaha. Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you.